Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaded 15, where I'll be giving you 5 selections for tomorrow's racing, where I'll be focusing on the opening day of Glorious Goodwood, and also as well we'll have a selection for you from the Galway Festival. So let's get stuck into it then. The first race we're going to look at is the 150, the first race on the card at Goodwood tomorrow, and my nap is going to be running here, and it's a horse called Brilliant Light for Danny Tudhope and Saeed Bin Saror in the Godolphin colours, currently available at 6-1 with William Hill, who are offering 7 places on this race. I'm going to recommend a 1 point each way selection. Now, this horse, Brilliant Light, has been running fairly consistently since he returned to the UK. He's previously had form out in Maidan, but since coming back to the UK, like I say, he's been in good form. He won a couple of starts ago at Ripon. He finished 4th at Royal Ascot, and he was last seen making late headway to finish 5th in the John Smith's Cup at York, a very competitive handicap. But if you actually look at the form, it's working out pretty well because a couple of horses have already come out and boosted the form. Richard Fahey's horse that finished 4th in that race has gone on to win again. Also as well, Akawa won a Group 3 contest at York on Friday, so plenty of good form coming out from it. And I do think Brilliant Light, off a mark of 96, could still have a few pounds to play with here. He's got a good draw tomorrow and still 2, which isn't bad. You can be drawn anywhere over this course and distance, really. There's been winners that have come from low, high draws. It doesn't really matter, but if he can be in maybe the midfield tomorrow, not too far back, sometimes Goodwood can be one of those tracks where we get plenty of hard luck stories. I just thought at 6-1, I thought he'd go very close in that race, and like I say, I think there could be some wiggle room of his current handicap mark of 96. So that's why he's going to be my nap of the day. We then go to the 3 o'clock at Goodwood for the long shot in the Lennox Stakes. Plenty that you can give a chance in here too. I'm quite keen to take on Sacred. And the one that I came down on was Dancealot. Going to be my long shot of the day for Paul Mulrennan and John Butler. Currently available at 40-1 with some firms who are offering 4 places on this race. I couldn't quite work out why he was such a big price. He's got an excellent record in this race. He won it in 2018 and 2019 when he was previously trained by David Ellsworth. He could have easily retired this horse, the age he is now, but he subsequently joined John Butler's team, who John Butler this season has been having an excellent season. He's having his best ever year, and he's normally associated with handicap jobs. But this horse, a Dancealot, I thought ran a very credible race last time out over 6 furlongs, probably a little bit too sharp for him, and they'll appreciate the step up in trip. He was carrying top weight that day, but he was a real eye catcher at Pontefract, and he made up late headway, and probably another few yards would have got up to win the race. So I think there's plenty to take from that run. Got a good draw as well tomorrow. He's going to have My Pogo and also as well a couple of others that like to get on with things that could just go well. Lucelle as well is near him. So if those two go hard early on, it could just set up for Sir Dancelot returning to his favourite venue. I just thought 40-1, it wouldn't be at all a shock for him to maybe spring up a price for a place. So that's why he's going to be my long shot of the day. We then go to the 4:10 at Goodwood for my next best, a sprint handicap here, and I thought 90 on Earth was interesting for Freddie Larson claiming 5. He's riding for Mick Appleby here, currently available 8-1, 5 places on offer with SkyBet. Mick Appleby's team have been going under the radar actually. They're operating at a 23% strike rate, and Freddie Larson's been taking advantage of some of those winners. Night on Earth ran arguably returned form last time out when we saw him. He finished 5th at Newmarket, where you didn't want to be drawn on the side he had to be. He did all his own donkey work, and he was still there entering the last furlong, but he's just caught late on. He's off a good mark now of 89, and I think tomorrow, drawn in still 14 towards that rail, I think he'll come there, and I think he might have too much speed for his rivals. I think the track will play to his hands, and I thought 8-1 there, he was quite an attractive proposition, so that's why he's going to be my tip there. The 5:55 at Goodwood is where we go next for an extra tip on the day. Lil Guff for Holly Doyle and Dan and Claire Kubler, currently available at 15-2, Sky Bet 5 places. Going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here. Now this horse has got some course and distance form next to her name. She won here in the autumn of last year, and she's been doing really well this season, holding her own in some decent sprints. I think the return against fillies will be in her favour. She's a 3-year-old as well and gets all the allowances. She ran a good race last time at Newmarket where nothing came from off the pace behind Lethal Levi. I think if she replicates that run, I think she's going to be bang there with a good chance tomorrow. And Holly Doyle, you have to say, is definitely an eye-catching jockey booking. So that's why she's going to be my selection there. We then go to the 6:40 at Galway for my only tip there tomorrow. The big handicap on the card where Adrian McGuinness has a very good record, and I'm going to take a chance here with his horse Casanova. Adam Caffrey claims a handy 7, currently available at 12 to 1, 6 places on offer SkyBet, 0.5 each way selection. Now, this horse has been climbing up the weights, but he just keeps on improving, and he ran an eye-catching race last time when he finished second at Leopardstown, doing all his best work late. Briefly trained by the Gosdens, didn't quite live up to expectations there, but since joining this yard has gone on to bigger and better things, and won actually a race over this course and distance last season, so it won't be a hindrance to him. He comes from off a pace, and he's drawn out wide tomorrow, and even though he is drawn wide, you might think that is a negative. Go back and look at the stats of this race. You don't want to be drawn low at all. Quite a few horses drawn wide in recent years have come from out in the car park, so I think he's got a good chance in this race tomorrow with connections that know what they're doing, and I think he's being brought along slowly with this race in mind, and I think this is arguably right up there with their number one best chance in the race tomorrow. So that's why he's going to be my selection there in the 640 at Galway. So they're the tips then for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube channel at LuckyLoads15. If you want to follow me on the socials as well, Twitter and Insta are the places to do so at LuckyLoader15. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you again soon.